So we'll see if Simple can snip them out here. Still trying to find damage as he makes his way towards the vent. He feels like there's a player in sandbags. Look at this detector on his side. There's the first headshot. Oh my God! Simple continues to destroy Astralis here, and it's complete domination as 3 kills come in. It's 5 on 2, and nothing can be done here.
Flamey finds Device as well. Not a single kill for Astralis. And not a single pistol. I take that back, excuse me. They won the first one, but they were ecoed immediately after, so they haven't had a good start to a half. At any point so far this series, Xyp9x can do little. He's got a kit, sure. Maybe he gets another 1 vs 5 Ninja. I highly doubt it on the pistol. They've got more than enough reason to stand around and make sure that bomb explodes. Not much to lose. And there's the kill for Flamey. He's on this. Flamey's able to spawn out one player backside of the site. That's Dupree. They don't know the Glaive is underneath. Manages 1. Bit of an awkward exchange. NaVi aims sort of on the axis above your head. We'll take down Dupree as well. So pretty straightforward round at this point. They lose 1. Bomb's going to go down. NaVi's going to go up 2-0. It is really pressure on Astralis. Let's see how they respond to it, because pressure is not something that they've seen a lot of lately.
Well, there it is. It looks like the round is done. A little bit awkward there. Try and see.
Dancing around each other.
Each other's bullets, indeed. The Xyp9x and Mages now holding on to their Deagle armor. They have smokes as well, so a little bit of valuable kit. Might not seem like the most exciting save, but worthwhile. You've got Mages there, a wonderful user with a Desert Eagle. He can do damage on a map like Cash. Lots of long-range angles for it. Xyp9x got a lot of criticism from us, at least, in their first map. Really couldn't get on the server at all. He couldn't find his footing. Non-existent almost.
He absolutely needs to find a way into this series. First game yesterday as well, round 1. Remember?
The first.
Still holding true with the AK. He's getting gifted frag. Xyp9x steps wide of the mark. Forced by means pistols yet again, so not really much of an exciting task. First kill made it promising. Device still with the P250. Stopping distance from that range is certainly powerful. Just that gets Edward. You're right, they could gap in the smoke. Device couldn't capitalize. Zeus takes him down. It's all on the Glaive. 1-on-2 has a UMP picked up, but no armor, no kit, no utility. Bit of a tall order. If I'm not mistaken, that vent's already been blown out, so he'll be able to walk in, but when he drops down, they'll hear the noise. And right now is exactly when they hear it. He'll grab the AK instead, but already Simple's attention is turned toward the checkers.
Glaive has got such a difficult task here. He's going to have to find instant headshots, but unfortunately, Simple. Towards the flash is actually yielding a frag for Electronic. This guy has looked amazing so far with the AK. He's on for another kill as well. So much pressure applied towards the A site, and Astralis are floundering.
Edward needed to find that kill though toward Forklift. The fact that they get away and they can play behind the smoke still gives them a chance. Magisk, 14. Edward realizes that Edward didn't see him. He walked around and thought it was clear. Somehow they get a gift back on the Astralis side. Simple. He'll hold that quad. AWP switches to an M4, but Xyp9x is already pouncing. He goes over top of the red crate. Bomb is down in 43 seconds, and Flamey has 15 HP to find 2, one of which is at mid with an AWP. Meaning he can be isolated, the bomb can be planted, but Flamey's given his position up, and both players position accordingly so that they aren't caught off in one-on-ones, and Flamey knows the circumstances as he tries to spray in and hopefully, optimistically, get lucky to bring it down to a one-on-one. As he still clears, gets closer, spots out, somehow not dead, 5 HP. But the round surely at this point has to go in favor of Astralis, and you're absolutely right, Edward didn't even look toward quad.
I can't even explain that. I can't even fathom it. It's one of the most common positions when you're isolated on the site, you've got utility coming in, you can protect yourself, there's no Molotov in that position.
Want to go to the site. First one in, Xyp9x finds it, nearly dropped down. He would have easily taken Electronic. He tried to play that catwalk position and catch them off, but just rotating in, but Simple swings. It's 2-on-2. The bomb plant for NaVi. This would be a reset of 3 rounds against Astralis as well, but Glaive finds Electronic as he retreats. It's all onto Simple. Quad's not a bad position to be. Is the op the right weapon? More so, it's not an A main take. It's going to be from the door, which means Dupree is going to be on top of Simple almost immediately, and so far his attention isn't looking that direction. It is now. Doors open, no sound cue. And Simple, does he hear him jumping? Does he check it? Smoke goes down, spots 1. It's going to put his vision firmly that direction. He hides behind quad, locates himself so that he's not exposed, but he's baited by the noise, and that's when Glaive peeks.
That's some great teamwork there. That's world-class stuff. The fact that Dupree knew the doors, a little bit of an awkward affair, but Dupree mopped up Mages with a nice push there as well. Once he got a call that there's many players towards middle and the fence, he can make an educated guess that A will be clear. Gets that done, and Flamey hitting crucial shots. We haven't seen this Flamey in a while. I hate to say that, but we just haven't. He's admitted it himself. He's looking to prove himself at this event, and he's done a great job at his individual play.
Great through the window. Minute 49. Simple still going to get one on device. They had to nerf it. Valve actually had to add a second panel to take away the damage, so you couldn't do that. And then there was another angle that was found. Jisk underneath of the drop, still trying to play close with one found already on B. How much more pressure will be applied by Astralis? Dupree wants to get baited, having saved that M4, so that's why Magisk is here. Maybe here to try and get a deep shot. Does damage. Dupree, but too far away to swing. Lovely shot on Flamey, and he'll clean them all. Yes, it's mostly pistols, but it was a wise setup. He'll finally go down, but 3 kills in the round for him before doing so. Electronic closes us. Without Glaive there, would Glaive have agreed? Being the in-game leader, knowing perhaps the style, Glaive might agree because he pushes up, gets Edward, snaps back at Zeus, and he finds Electronic through the smoke as well. Device gets Simple, and oh my goodness, Astralis with a 4th round potentially, as it's Flamey left in a 1-on-5.
Well, that changed very quickly, didn't it?
Still had the chance. They could have wrapped through because the rotation from Truck, I'm not sure they get by this crossfire. That bomb, you're right, had an opportunity that they weren't aware of, and it's a clean sweep from Astralis on the site with the exception of 1. That's all they've lost. Simple doing what he can, but 7 seconds, the round's already gone. He just wants to hold the op at this point in time, and Zeus will just hang on to the AK as well. Obviously, they don't have the information we have. That's as reasonable timing. In fact, quickly, he's on their back because they weren't ready for that push, so he still takes advantage of it, and he gets 3 from inside of the cubby. Confinement, big plays. NaVi now left with Simple. Who else? And Astralis could.
And they're just going to have to go in towards A in vain, I would say, at this point, as Zipex is looking like a turret right now, that AK-47.
Zipex is certainly, but we actually had to reset his aim quite considerably until perfect flash. Zeus fully blind. Dupree gets a free kill toward it. I'm not even sure he was fully blind, but blind enough to not react.
Just not the greatest positional setup, really. Very vulnerable to that fence. It will be Dupree continuing to find kills here, and Glaive will back him up. Astralis look like they're more comfortable now. They're not as shell-shocked as what they were at the very beginning of the map when they were getting ran over by those very basic approaches to the kill for Edward at least, but that's probably all he gets. He finds a second. No chance of a third though, because...
I'm still not convinced either way, but I am convinced by Dupree. I'm not, now that I see Electronic get behind them by way of a smoke and flash to work inside the B site. Magisk, he wants to make up for it. Knows there's one underneath, but forced off by a Molotov. It's still only a 1-man advantage for Astralis. I say only because, more importantly, the bomb is working its way toward the site. Molotov tries to deny the default. Edward, I think he was optimistically hoping there was a gap in it. There is now, but the nade's on top of it. He's got to be so careful. Further smoke. He's going to plant. He's got to go soon. Device is holding the cross angle. I think he's better to walk forward with the smoke down and actually walk back into the site, because if he crosses in this fashion... All right, Device was forced off by a flash. That'll work as well.
He'll right-click this, presumably, or try and drop it in towards A main. It looks, or B main, I should say. The smoke is down. And here we go, the 2 versus 3. Great shot from Device. He's nailing absolutely everything right now. Does it finish with a wall bang? I don't think so. And Simple surely can't do anything with this.
Work back in the smoke. Knows they're close. We've seen him fall down from the top and find shots in this position. There's a lovely graffiti on the wall to remind us he's got this position again, but they're on the bomb inside. Behind the ball. Zeus trades him as he has nowhere to go at that point, but it's fine to get Simple. It's better because Device is now on the flank. Timing is everything. And Flamey, inside of this door the whole time, is going to have more flames in front of him to try and walk through. Nade goes outwards. What, 10-5 for Astralis on the map we weren't sure about? Maybe Zonic knew exactly what he was talking about.
Well, this might sound a little bit strange to say, perhaps an oxymoron, but as soon as NaVi started overthinking situation and trying to play smart, I thought that's when it started going wrong, because when they just went for the very standard, okay, let's go A, 1 smoke, let's go in together. They looked amazing. They were shutting it down. They looked like there was no response. As soon as they went to defaults and tried to work picks, you could see, yes, they had some smokes they wanted to try. They had some...
6 and 12 for Electronic. He hasn't really been the same support system. Flamey has, though. That certainly helps. Glaive. Good shot on the first. Edwards followed it up. Still on top of the catwalk position, trying to dance back and forth. Simple finds 1 in the mix. So too does Flamey. It's the advantage, therefore, for NaVi. Bomb down inside of the side as well. As Device looks desperately to try and find a shot out for the door. In fact, trying to bait them in. Simple just says, you can stay there. Go to your room, time out, shut the door, don't slam it. I used to slam my door all the time when I got sent to the room.
That doesn't surprise me in this
No,
game.
it was hilarious the first time I was strong enough to slam it past the door frame, and then it locked me in the room, and Dad was like, oh, I'm just gonna leave it there. Enjoy that one. Karma. Zipix and Device try to find their way out, and Flamey already watching to make sure that's not gonna happen. It looks like NaVi will at least get the good start in the second half and go one further round forward. Keep in mind, they won the pistol in the first half, and Astralis still found 10-5. Over there. That's simple. Electronic. Edward. Oh, but I'll get the chance to say everyone's name in this because they've got to rotate over. There's Flamey.
There he is.
So far, it's everyone. Zeus just needs to get a kill, and we'd have a team ace, but Flamey's going to go ahead and deny.
He's going to spot do 3 and actually get the frag. Surely traded out. Needs to hide. Could have gotten the lockers there. Decided to challenge again.
Yeah,
it will be a 4-on-4.
At that range, the challenge isn't really worth it. You're right. Could have just played lockers and been a pest at that point.
Yeah, just got flashed in or something. Like, made them expend utility, just re-peeked it. That wasn't really the play required. But this one is simple. That's what we want to see from him. Is he going to get another? Surely not. Trying to push the smoke down. It's a perfect angle. He's lined up for 3. Oh my God, simple. He does it again. He is so good at this weapon. It's now a 3 versus 1, and he's hungry for blood.
Deagle shots through the door, no one able to spot behind red crate. There's a chance for the Deagle to find one further at mid as well, but it's Electronic still holding strong with the M4. Magisk, meanwhile, gets one. Oh my goodness! Simple walked in and just got demolished. Device gets Electronic, and watch out, Astralis, just as I say, are in pressured situations. Show off that all they need is a little pistol and a bit of luck. I don't know if I'd call it luck, to be fair. Those were some pretty skillful shots.
It's Magisk again. He's done that so many times this tournament. 3 Deagle kills. And Flamey can do nothing but sit back and wait. That takes the wind out of their sails. It was looking so good after the simple procedure with the AWP. They have a bit of cash, but I say that it's going to be Flamey who will have around $5,500, just knocking on the door of 6K with the FAMAS. Simple can afford the AWP, but the rest of them around $1,000. So he has to save this FAMAS to this one to even have a buy.
Oh, they tried it.
They went for the run boost, I missed
Yeah.
it. Okay.
It's one of those things you just try and do at this point. It really doesn't matter. I'd love to see, it's only I think in maybe 3 or 4 cases, one famously for Fnatic really had a factor in the round.
Yes, that was a long time ago as well.
Oh, it was like 20, I want to say 14 even? It was 15, I think, 15, because Cash wasn't really played that frequently in 14. It was still kind of the North American map. The old textures.
That's right, it has a bit of a revamp, hasn't it?
Apparently it's in for another one. We saw some change. They'll go with a second one as well. Forklift. Simple's aware of that immediately though, and look at the result. Tries to get a free fire toward the door. Still worried about middle because the player at B can't get there. It's Flamey on both ops on the site, trying to do something with it. Zipix gets over the top. Simple snuck away though. Forklift position. Glaive is aware of the fact that can happen. With a smoke down, it's the only vision, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Access to the site with vision without going gray through that.
Yeah.
And he's able to watch it.
That was a nightmare for NaVi. They had 2 orbs holding the A site, and Astralis still had all of their utility. They dropped 2 smokes to allow them to get close to the bomb site. Flash over. Mollen's on a forklift as well. You've eradicated so many risks at that point. If you jump up on the bomb site, those orbs don't stand a chance. And Zeus kills or nothing from it. They'll go towards A, and this will be a great score. You can see it all being picked up.
Oh, okay, Simple. Back, and Edward needs to get up on catwalk to make amends with it. Sees them going down below. Fires straight onto them. Can't get the kill. How awkward is this? Pistols for both. Flamey comes out on top. Tries to do a little bit of damage onto Zipix as well. But it's a 2-on-2. And bomb is picked up. Magisk fantastically takes out middle and gets the shot toward the site. He'll follow it onto Zeus. 14-8. We can't see anyone because we're inside of smoke. Device finds 2. He gets away with it. He gets to the high side of the roof and therefore had vision on both sides of it. Edward will get Zipix back, not after losing Flamey to the same man. It's 4-on-1. It's totally what I was going to say as Edward gets found by Device holding on to the door. This could be map point for Astralis.
I think it might be.
And if Astralis somehow turn this back on Dust 2, like you say, NaVi, they struggled against Liquid, how many series are we going to see them play different maps? Different circumstances, and still win it. Still win out. This series determines who becomes the first back, or I shouldn't say back-to-back. In NaVi's case, it would be, but double blast champion as well. We could call them the astronauts because they'd have blast off.
It's gonna be Zeus. with one smoke and a bomb down, 4 players to fight. That is absolutely map point now. Astralis haven't given much up. We've had some spectacular moments on Cash. Don't let the scoreline mislead you, because it's been very exciting.
Missing on Simple screen, and Flamey's gonna get taken down by Xyp9x in the end. Still, though, they have the man advantage. Just to note, Zeus currently sits at 4 and 16. He's the absent man this time. Xyp9x in the last game. Zeus this time, both on the side that looks to succumb, but this one's not done as of yet. Overtime, still a possibility. It's a long way to go, but not with Electronic hitting shots like that. Bomb down inside of the site, and I think 15-9 is seemingly inevitable, although it's the Minister. What sermon does he have today? Knows there's one above. Simple firing shots in the site will reveal his position, but now is aware that he's on top of it. Headshot. Oh, Dupree, he went wide. Zeus finally hits a shot that matters to hold it off. He gets taken down afterwards, but Flamey standing in the corner, spotted. He thought he was dead. Magisk nearly gave himself up as a result of that, looking away before the man actually had perished. Still looking to it back, Edward. Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Yep, now we talk about that all day long. Shoulder sticks through though, and Xyp9x always had the advantage. The one not in the smoke usually does come up as the winner in that situation, because as it fades, he sees before the man inside sees himself. Simple knows that the bomb's down in the middle of the site though. How is that for a chance at it? Smoke, the last one. No, it's a flash, excuse me, there isn't a smoke left over. It was in the air. Wasn't sure what was thrown. It's certainly gonna be vision for Simple, but forced out of the corner. Device on the AK wins the exchange.